Hello, wild people. Welcome to AK Wild One. Today, I'd like to share with you 9 pieces of backpacking gear that have survived more than 3,500 trail miles and are still going strong. Thank you for tuning in. You know, I'm pretty rough on my backpacking gear, so if something survives 3,500 miles of backpacking with me, that's a borderline miracle. So, here are 9 backpacking items that have stood the test of time. Number 1. My first item is my Neo Air X-Therm inflatable sleeping pad. I bought this in 2022 and it's been on 3 long-distance trips and hasn't let me down. It's an older version, and a newer, less noisy version will set you back around $230, but I think it's worth it. My pad developed 2 small holes near the valve, but they were easily fixed. Most of the time, I've even blown it up manually, although I now use a FlexTail Zero pump, which I like a lot. My second item are Z-Pac's Triplex tent. Our tent has withstood a lot of abuse. We've had to patch it a bit and replace the zipper pulls, and Z-Pac's actually replaced the zippers once because it was still under a 2-year warranty. This tent is made out of Dyneema, which is a light and strong material. On the Colorado Trail, it got a few more pinholes in it from the hail, but the fundamental integrity of the tent is still there, and we've been very pleased with it. We've probably slept in it more than 300 nights through rain, snow, hail, sleet, and UV degradation. The only problem with a single wall tent is you sometimes have to deal with condensation. 300 nights is not a bad run, and this tent is currently priced at about $800. Number 3, a closed cell foam pad. I like this pad. It's endured abuse and it has a lot of character. I've sliced a couple of holes on it, maneuvering through blowdowns, and well, that's what duct tape is for. It has protected my air mattress from pokes from cacti and spruce needles, and it makes a stellar siesta mat. It provides me a little bit of separation from the ants when I'm taking a break, and you can also use it as an emergency umbrella if it starts raining or hailing in the high country. I don't even know what this brand is, but I bought it off of Amazon for around $35. Number 4, Black Diamond cork trekking poles. Now these have been used by Flash. I did break one of my trekking poles crossing a rock slide in Oregon, but the blame was due to operator error. You probably will need to replace the tips once in a while on these poles, but that's no big deal. On the other hand, sometimes I carry my Costco trekking poles on day hikes, and I've busted about 6 of those, so this is one area where you get what you pay for. These cork-handled black diamond poles cost about $120. My 6th piece of gear is my backpack, which is a ULA Circuit. This pack has stood up amazingly well. It hasn't quite gone 3,500 miles, but pretty close. My original ULA Circuit sleeve for the internal support rod ripped out, and when I contacted ULA, they shipped me a new pack within 3 days to an upcoming location on the PCT. I was impressed with their level of customer service, so ULA has done right by me. The stretchy back pouch has had a few holes, but they were easily fixed by sewing them. I can't tell you how comforting it is to put on a pack that can be rather heavy when I add all my camera gear, and then not have to worry that the shoulder straps are going to rip out. This pack weighs a little over 2 pounds and now costs about $300. Gear item 7, my Trekology inflatable pillow. This greasy thing has withstood, I figure, 3,000 hours of abuse. If you figure the fact that I slept on it for about 300 nights, 10 hours a night, it's like sleeping on it for 125 days straight. I guess if Rip Van Winkle had a pillow, this one would be it. Mine has turned into something of a science experiment, and I plan to keep using it until it disintegrates. It doesn't have a single patch, and the cost of this bad boy is about $20. Gear item number 8, my Nightcore rechargeable headlight. This headlight is a champ. On the Colorado Trail, we hiked early in the morning, and I figure I use this for about 1 hour a day for 40 days, and it never failed us. The only thing you have to get used to is how to find the red light and bright buttons in the dark. Mine is a 360 lumens model, and it now costs about $25. Gear item number 9, my hat. A few people on this channel have commented on my now gnarly hat, but being sentimental and superstitious, I find it hard to quit this bad boy. It's just a North Face cap, but it's lasted 3,500 miles, and despite the strong mountain wind's best efforts to relieve me of this hat, it's stuck with me, or on me. I feel naked without it. It's been sprayed with DEET, whacked more mosquitoes than I can count. Been a good place to store my camera rather than putting it in the dirt. Served as a hot pad, and I've soaked it hundreds of times in rivers before using it to cool my head on hot days. It's an old friend, and it has, dare I say, character. I think it might even be an antique because I haven't been able to locate this model online for purchase. In other words, I won't be parting with this hat anytime soon, so keep the jokes about my hat coming. Well, wild people, I've posted links to almost all of these items in the description. If you have a piece of immortal gear, please post it in the comments and attach a picture if possible. And so, until we meet again, live wildly, my friends.